Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic Wrath of the Lich King and our Human Paladin playthrough. Well, it's day 2 of the expansion, and I have a full night's sleep. Got my workout in this morning, and we are going to be taking our time with things from here on out, and I am not going to feel compelled to rush into anything. That part of existence ended last night. So yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're rested and feeling good today. And thank you for clicking on the video and choosing to spend some of your time here. I really do appreciate it. What do we want to do today? I think we're going to head back up this way. There's a couple of quests out here. We have a breadcrumb leading us up here to the north, so let's take the road and we'll see what a mission statement here is about. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. We do have some quests to go into the dungeon, so maybe I'll queue for those as well. Obviously, we are still a little ways away from dual spec, and speaking of dual spec, I ought to sell some stuff. That would be a good idea. No vendors on this side of the town. That's a little bit weird. Let's empty our bags. We keep getting these Northrend adventuring supplies, and I have no idea where they're coming from. I just want them to keep coming, wherever they're coming from, because they're awesome. They have potions, they have elixirs. Very, very cool. Okay, what do we want to sell? We can sell the Mountaineer Water. We have Pungent Whey. We can't vendor these. We're going to have to drop them on the ground eventually. That's going to be a little bit painful. Yeah, the food doesn't have any additional effects, so I don't really need the food. Elixir of Strength would be good. We do have a shield. I'm going to go ahead and move that over here. It's going to be a much better shield than what we had before, so I'm going to sell the Platinum Shield of Valorous. And this might become our shield when we can get our protection spec going. We have 700 gold. We might get dual spec later today. Could be later today, could be tomorrow, but it won't be too long. I think we're going to get it fairly soon. Okay, that's probably about as good as our inventory can look right now. I have so many potions, I don't know what to do with them. We're going to have to start using potions basically all the time. It's really the only thing I can think of to get rid of these potions. I will say already right in this area, things seem a lot quieter today. What I'm hoping for is that everybody played all night long, and that now we can just be basically left alone with a normal number of players around us. I hope everybody played all night. I hope everybody's level 76 by now and they're questing in Zolderek. And that way we'll have a little bit of peace. I like seeing other players. Some of the things that went on last night were pretty close to madness, and I don't really want to deal with that again, if we can avoid it. The Dita encampment. I'm assuming this is a druid camp, right? But not the Cenarian Circle that we know.
How may I help?
A mission statement. The demon has many names and each has held special meaning at one time or another. While the details were sometimes insignificant, the end result was always the same, death. But it is now nearly 50 years after it all began that the details will find the devil and lead to his downfall. What is this about? This guy is speaking very cryptically out of nowhere. This time we have him. There will be no escape for Nessingwary. Yeah, it's because all he does is murder wildlife, right? Every quest we do for him is like, kill 60 of this, kill 30 of this, kill every single animal until it's all dead. These are druids. Nessingwary is the demon. I get it now. Northrend will be the battleground for our war. The hunter will become the hunted. I like that. That's fun. Ears of our enemies, whether they be treasure seekers or bloodthirsty hunters of the waste, any being that supports Nessingwary and dares to strike at our beloved wildlife shall be considered an enemy of Dita. We won't tell him about all the quests we did in Stranglethorn, or all the quests we did in Nagrand. We'll just keep that to ourselves. We'll just keep that to ourselves. Help those that cannot help themselves. They're majestic beasts, aren't they? Lithorius points towards the mammoths of the Northrend tundra. With each passing day, their numbers diminish. Demons that call themselves hunters slay the beast for sport and riches. Lithorius' face contorts with anger. It's the whimpers that drive me to madness. You can hear them, carried by the wind. The mammoth calves trapped in the hunter's vile traps call out to us. Take this hammer and smash those traps. Free the calves. Alright.
Goddess, watch over you.
Who else has stuff going on? Everybody has quests here. This is a 2-player quest. We will solo it. West of here on the high bluffs above Lake Kumaya. Lake Kumaya. Yeah, you can't make this shit up. Roams a despicable being known as Nadar. The self-proclaimed Lord of Rhinos hunts the waste for the injured or young. Rhinos unable to defend themselves against Ned's cowardly attacks. To add insult to injury, Ned has raised a rhino of his own to become his mount and bodyguard. It is a rare thing that Dita would ever call for the death of an animal, but Ned's tainted rhino must be disposed of. Kill them both and return to me. Fair.
Well met.
Happy as a clam. To the west of us you will find Lake Kumaya. It is, as far as we know, the only freshwater giant clam habitat in the world. Of course, Nessingwary's lackeys are now using the lake as a giant pearl farm. They must be stopped. A lesson must be taught to those that would think to endanger an entire species. Go to the lake and locate the loot-crazed divers. Slay them until the water runs red. These druids are bloodthirsty.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to point it towards, like, a noble cause, but it seems to be all about murder with these guys. Ooh, we don't, I don't think we've seen something like you before. I mean, we've seen forest nymphs, but you are like some kind of frost nymph. Unfit for death. Just south of us, the caribou used to roam freely, peacefully. Then Nessingwary showed up and everything changed. Now the caribou are in a perpetual state of frenzy, always in a panic. They are stalked by the hunters and trappers hidden in the field. Nessingwary's executioners are unfit for death. They must feel the torture that they put the caribou through. Take this pile of fake furs and lay it upon their caribou traps to the south. Watch as the hunters are caught in their own deadly traps. Ooh, this is, yeah, this is bad. We are doing some evil things in the name of conservation. But this is what conservationism would look like in the World of Warcraft, so, like, yeah, I mean, this is exactly what it would look like. It makes complete sense. Let us take a look at the map. To the south, we need to get lackey ears. To the north, we need to free mammoths. And over here to the east, we can get lackey ears, and we can kill loot-crazed divers. Let's go do that. Let's work on the divers. We'll get as many ears as we can off of them, and then we will go about freeing the mammoth calves. That is the plan. Now, we didn't get an underwater potion or a helmet or anything, which is pretty rude since we are about to do a water quest. Yeah, we can get ears from these guys and complete the kill quest, so that's obviously the way to go. And we might get a lot of them near the shore. We might not have to go deep into the water. We'll see. I will put us in the queue in a little bit here. We'll do Utgard first. I'll just put us in the queue for both, and then we'll take whatever we can get, and then we'll do the other one afterwards. But I do want to get into some questing first, though. At least it's a shallow lake. I appreciate that we're doing an underwater quest so that the lake is shallow and we don't have to swim like 30 feet deep into the water and have to come up 30 feet to get air. If we're going to do underwater quest, I much prefer this. This is actually enjoyable. I do like this. I don't see any reason to not just focus on getting the ears from these guys, unless there's other stuff we have to do to the south, which it really doesn't look like there is. So yeah, maybe we just keep fighting these guys for a little bit and get what we can off of them. Alright, we are done over here. Let's go a little bit to the north and we'll begin freeing the mammoth calves before we go turn in, and we'll just turn some of these in together. I really do appreciate the change in scenery back from Outland and actually being in a new place that looks familiar, that looks like Azeroth. I guess ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm not a big fan of like the cosmic settings. It's probably why places like Northrend and in a way Terrakar are my favorite zones in Outland, because they're the ones that look most familiar to me. But it's really awesome to be experiencing not something new. Obviously, I've been in Northrend before, but new to Classic and just really fresh, but having that feeling of being back on Azeroth. It's really good. That's a reason why I'm really looking forward to Dragonflight. I think Dragonflight is going to have that same feeling, like times 10. You know, to be away from Shadowlands, to be finally back in Azeroth, but not be in BFA is going to be really great. I love just the views of the mountains in the distance. I really wish we could increase our draw distance more. That's something that I'm looking forward to in Dragonflight, is being able to like up the draw distance. I wonder if those system changes are gonna go back into Classic the way a lot of the system settings have gone from retail and then went into the Classic client as well. Because I would very much like to have it render a little bit further, especially in places like this. We're pretty close to this other camp, and it has a flight point, so we are going to run up here. I don't think I'm going to do the quest yet, or really get into the questing, but I am going to grab the flight point. Oh, it's the gnome area. Yeah, Fizzcrank Airstrip. Okay. Maybe we'll have the gnome area now, and we won't have to have another gnome area. We can just kind of get it out of our system. That would be ideal. The fact that there's an innkeeper here worries me. It means that we might spend a substantial amount of time here. We'll turn the breadcrumb in. I see that Skyhopper finally got around to sending help, and none too soon, I might add. Welcome, sister. We need your help badly. Now that you're here, it's time to tell you the full story of what's going on. After you've heard my tale, go outside and find my second in command, Jinky Wingnut. She'll handle everything on from here on out. Have a great day now. Fine then, have a seat. This might take a while. When we first came to this frozen hell, General Arlos down in Valiant's Keep gave me a group of flying daredevils and a special task to establish a forward airbase for Alliance operations. This airstrip is a result. Let me tell you, it wasn't easy, what with all the nasty beast and ground rock hard from being frozen, but we managed, and we did it quickly too. Anyway, we needed to pump lots of sand and oil for the machinery. The nearby pools proved to be perfect for that. Some of the sand even proved to have magical properties. Can you say possibilities? But that's a different tale. So we drained most of the water out and built the pumping station smack dab in the middle. Everything was going swimmingly until one day the main suction pipe got clogged. Mind you, this part I learned later because I wasn't out there at the time. When they ratcheted up the suction on the pump, up came pieces of a robot that looked like a gnome. Of course, the fools worked night and day to put it back together without telling us. This is when we lost communication with the pumping station. After a couple days of silence, I sent a scouting party to the platform. They never returned. I sent another group the next day with the same result, and lost a couple of flying machines out on aerial recon. At that point, I sent someone south to find help, and we hunkered down to prepare for the worst. We turned all of our attention to making armor, weapons, and robots so that we could head out there in full force. When we did a few days ago, we couldn't believe our eyes. As I was saying, what we saw out there defied explanation. My people were nowhere to be found, but in their place was a veritable army of robots and androids going about their business. The droids all looked like gnomes, and they said they'd been expecting us. In fact, in their own strange way, they acted like they knew us. We were surrounded and quickly taken to the top of the pumping station. That's where we saw their leader, and what he was doing to the surviving gnomes. He called himself Gearmaster Mechazod. When we arrived, he was busy transforming the survivors into mechanical beings. He greeted us warmly and explained that he was one of the first gnomes ever to be created by something he called the Grand Architect, a Titan keeper from within the halls of fabled Ulduar. Apparently, he was the blockage that my team had accidentally sucked up from where he'd malfunctioned thousands of years ago. It was just our luck that we built the pumping station right above him. The station's mechanics had put him back together, bringing him back to life. And by now, by way of thanks, he was going to return the favor by curing us all of what he called the curse of flesh. According to Mechazod, it's a condition that eventually befalls all of the creations of the Titans. In other words, we all supposedly start out as robots of some kind and over thousands of years slowly turn into fleshy beings. Preposterous, I know. It didn't look like much of a cure to me, and I wasn't about to stand around listening to some crazy robot while he was butchering my people. We did what any sane gnome would do. We ran. Well, actually, most of us parachuted off the side of the platform, but you get the picture. Not many of us managed to make it back here, and we're still spread thin from having to deal with everything else too, like the Magnetar to the north, the Scourge to the east. To make things worse, the Horde just set up shop in the northwest. And that's where we find ourselves now. We can't possibly deal with all this by ourselves, and quite frankly, I feel a little out of my depth. Jinky knows what needs to be done. You should go see her now. I just hope you'll be able to get us out of this mess with our bodies intact. Okay, I have to say, I was skeptical at first, but that story was really cool. It was well written, it's interesting because it has to do with parts of the lore that are interesting. So yeah, this gnome area might actually be pretty cool. Maybe I should give the gnomes a chance. I don't like goblins. It doesn't mean that I don't like gnomes too. I should give the gnomes a chance and see what their story is about here, because it does seem like it's going to be pretty interesting. Alright, I think that's all that we can do. Oh, we did hit level 71, so we can equip these boots. That would be cool. That kind of completes our ensemble. Sell the rest. Alright, now we could turn in our breadcrumb. I said I wasn't going to get into the questing here yet. So maybe we will just grab the flight points. And we need to continue on with the druids before we come up here. Although, like I said, it does seem like it's going to be pretty interesting, so that makes me pretty happy. Alright, so we are looking for a few more trapped cabs. One more trapped cab, I guess. Now let us see how their nerve holds up when they see what became of their companions. We've just gotten word from Liandra that mercenaries hired by Nessingwary are moving goods off the beach and onto the main Nessingwary shipping vessels. And no doubt their plan is on making a fortune from their murderous trade. She has asked that we send assistance to the abandoned reach directly south of here on the beachfront of the Borean Tundra. Make haste.
Be careful.
Okay, yeah, we'll make haste in our own time. Don't tell me to hurry. Don't rush me, okay? Jeez. These will hang around my neck. Let them hear our message, and let these ears be the vessels that carry... This guy is wearing their ears on his neck. Okay, Daryl Dixon. Just stop it, man. It's brutal. I'm getting scared. These druids are scary. Archdruid Lithorius wipes away his tears. He's wrapping a bloody ear necklace around himself while crying about the animals. They never stood a chance. Now orphaned, they will surely die on their own. Oh, good. Great. Although you have acted valiantly in freeing the trapped calves, many of them will still die. You see, without a caretaker, these calves must fend for themselves in the wild. But there is a way. Hope yet remains. North of here in the Mammoth Fields, bordering the Scalding Pools, you will find Kunak, the behemoth, a mammoth as wise as he is ancient. Take this mammoth orphan and present it to Kunak. He will know what to do.
May the stars guide you.
Oh boy, we got a little cute little mammoth baby. How cool is that? Let's see. Yeah, here we go. We can deliver it to him up there. We have a couple of turn-ins in different directions here. Alright, let's head north with our mammoth buddy and get him taken care of really quick. Did we, oh, here he is. Yeah, it seems like he doesn't go super fast, so we probably need to go a little slower. And make sure that he actually catches. I feel like if we just run all the way up there on our mount, he's probably going to lose us. Yeah, we're gonna fail this one unless we take our time with it. Alright, here he is, Kunak the Behemoth. Apparently he is gonna speak to us because he is a quest giver. I don't really know what just happened. I have this feeling that because another player was just here that... Oh, here we go. It did complete itself, finally. You hear a voice in your head. It is Kunak. Your name has been heard in the Whispering Winds, Rambles. You have done a great thing for my kin. For this, we still consider you an ally. Alas, our torment cannot end without bloodshed and violence. The price of peace for the mammoths will be the death of Ka. You cannot defeat the being responsible for the slaughter of my kind by yourself. The mammoths of the tundra will help you. Venture forth to the plains and find a mammoth bull. He will allow you to mount him and control his movements and actions. Oh, yay, everyone knows I love vehicle quest. Ride upon his back and find Ka north of here at Ka's Roost. Okay, we're doing a vehicle quest. I don't like it, but apparently we don't have a choice. So we need to find a bull. This is like a two-parter, which can get kind of confusing. Venture forth to the plains. Yeah, he doesn't really give us a lot of details there. Let's venture forth to the plains and let's see what happens. Here we go. I mean, I feel like there's probably a better way to ride on a mammoth, but I'm not really an expert at it. Maybe standing on the ears and bouncing works. I guess. It's working for us. Well, this isn't going to happen this time because we're going to die. I'm not sure exactly what we're trying to do. I think it's this guy that we need. Yeah, we don't really have much hope of getting him this time. Maybe we do. We did a lot of damage there, but yeah, we're taking a real beating here from these other guys. I wonder if I could just dismount and finish this guy by myself. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Let's do a couple things here. And let's just deal with this guy, shall we? I'm assuming we can. Feels like we're gonna be able to. Love to be able to see him. Yeah, I really hate vehicle quests. Anything I can do to shorten the vehicle quest or to not use the vehicle at all, I'll do it. Because, yeah, I don't like it. Anything that takes away my control of my character and makes me engage with a different set of abilities, I typically don't care for. Okay, some of the turret quests are fun, like when you're controlling the turret and you're just kind of shooting, like either laying templates down or shooting with the crosshairs. Those are okay. It's where we like pilot a vehicle around or an animal around or become a different character that I really dislike. We don't need to come this way. We need to go back. I wish the druids had a flight point. That would be super awesome of them to just have a flight point. I think I want to take care of it like from south to north. So we're going to wrap up this stuff before we come up here. And then lastly, we'll head over to the eastern coastline and see what that stuff is about out that way.
Hello.
What happened? Lithorius takes the halberd from you. Is this what I think it is? Lithorius grins. Smashing, outstanding. Another of Nessingroy's lackeys brought to justice. We'll take the plate, even though we are probably not going to use it. Sell it.
Good luck, friend.
And that seems to be all that they have for us by way of original quest. They do have dailies. And that being said, eventually I did take some notes on what professions we are going to need. So as we open up more professions, we'll pick up tabards and stuff like that. There's a couple really important ones. There's one for like the best tanking helm enchant in the game, basically. A couple other ones are just for mounts and stuff that I want. Like I want the red Drake mount. I think there's a green proto Drake mount available as well from one of the reps. Okay, I did say that eventually we would, we'd queue up for a dungeon. And even though I'm having a really, really good time just questing, we'll go ahead and do that. Not sure what the grouping is going to be like today. Yesterday we seemed to get groups pretty quickly. Within 15 minutes of going into the queue, we got invites both times. Even as a lowly DPS paladin with no usefulness to the group whatsoever. I mean, we deal damage. That is useful. I'm pretty cynical about DPS, and I don't mean to be. I know people, like, play DPS, and that's their jam. I've never played DPS. I tried to play DPS on a Beast Mastery Hunter in Battle for Azeroth, and I couldn't get into it. I was mediocre at it. So the raids went well. Like, no one had problems with my performance, but it was just... For some reason, I never got into it. I never got into the numbers chase.
Good day to you.
So yeah, I think we can do this now. The old man sent you to me, huh? He tell you everything that's going on out there? Good, let's take care of some business then. If you listen to the old man, then you know that we have gnomes out there that were changed. Gearmaster Mechazod infected them with something that reversed the curse of flesh, and now they're robots. We think we have a way to recurse them back to normal. We just want you to take this recursive transmitter injection and use it on the corpses of any mechanomes you come across. We're hoping this stuff will cure them and allow us to lock onto them and port them out of there. Did she say the corpses, though? Why are we rescuing corpses, exactly? I mean, I'll do it, but I'm a little bit confused.
Very good.
Whoops. Okay, so we're gonna do that.
You're a
Couple
tall one.
other things going on here. Those dirty, sneaking snowbolts. The snowbolts. They stole all my supplies. What's a snowball, you ask? It's like a kobold, except they serve magnetar, kind of take care of them. I know, weird. Anywho, want to help me out? I know the little creep stole off with all my stuff. Stupid me thinking that it'd be nice and safe, packed up on the north side of the airstrip. Why don't you do me a favor and head north to their stupid magmoth? There's a cash reward. I like the casualness with which this quest was delivered. Maybe I do like gnomes.
Greetings.
What's the matter with the transmatter? There are spare parts strewn all over the east of Scalding Pools, Geyser Fields, heck, probably even up on the pumping station still too. Bring back a whole bunch. Maybe then I'll be able to get outgoing teleport on this thing working, not to mention getting the incoming transmitter ports aligned. I'd hate to see another accident.
Very well then.
Scary.
Good day to you.
And King Murgle. This is the weirdest thing, Paladin, but there's a Murloc asking for our help. He goes by the name of King Murgle, leader of the Winterfin Murlocs. It would seem that he and his people have been run out of their village and they want someone to come save them. That someone is you. You'll find Winterfin Retreat and the King by heading west on the road.
Very good.
Yeah, we'll find him by looking at the map, buddy. Don't tell me how to find stuff. Yeah, this is the guy over here. He's going to send us across here. That's where this quest comes into play.
Warning.
We are not going to do that right now. We need to find cursed gnomes. We need to find spare parts. We need to find Crafty's stuff. And there's a quest up here in the Magnetar Cave. Let's go this way first. The security bots might be an issue. Okay, so these are the corpses, right? Invalid target? Okay, maybe I just lost that one. Let's come down here. The parts sparkle, which apparently we need because we can't see objectives. Okay, I have to remind myself that I'm in the queue because every time someone invites me to the group, I assume it's somebody in my environment around me. We can find out what this is for by looking at the map and seeing that no one is in this zone, so it's probably for Utgard. We do have 2 quests for Utgard that I would love to get done.
Warning. Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Warning. Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
We are just getting a lot of intruder alerts. I feel like it has to be bad. But this is our life now. If you broke the cardinal rule, it must now run. Is the cardinal rule asking for a summon? In that case, we can help summon. Which we should probably do. Is there anybody else nearby? There's no one else even around. Where is everybody? Everybody is actually in the Howling Fjord. We can help summon, but that being said, we obviously need one more person. I don't even think I have to vocalize that. Let's keep looking for spare parts for now. Our best bet, once we are ready to head over there, is just going to be to head back here and then fly across. But we are going to need someone else to make their way over to this zone, so... Not sure how easy or difficult that's going to be. We didn't have any connecting flight points when we picked up the one flight point over in the Howling Fjord, so... Maybe other people... I think the flight point in the northern part of Howling Fjord must connect us over across the continent. It has to, right? See, I'm not finding any gnomes. I'm finding parts. That's fine. But we're not finding... Oh, look. Here we go. This is a mecha gnome. Okay, cool. There we go. I feel like eventually we get a quest to fight these robots, but maybe I'm just remembering wrong. I would not trust my memory of any of this content since it was over 10 years ago. Can we fight the mecha gnomes and then use the item? Is that what's happening? I kind of just expected to find their bodies laying around.
Warning! Warning! Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Warning! Warning! Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
That guy just walked right up to us and took our item. And he did it because he was Horde side, right? If he were Alliance side, he would not have done that. Because if he were Alliance side and he'd done that, he'd have to be afraid of us being able to communicate with him with words. People are terrified of confrontation, so... He wouldn't have done it if he were Alliance side. He would have came right over here and grabbed this body too if we hadn't gotten it. He's clearly like on a mission here. Let's take a look. Do we have anybody in the zone yet? It doesn't seem so, so no real rush to get to the stone right now.
Warning! Warning! Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
We picked up an ultrasonic screwdriver. Looks like an item that begins a quest. The unit you just dismantled had this inside of its mechanical innards. It looks pretty complicated. Certainly someone back at the airstrip would want to take a look at it. Maybe crafty wobble sprocket. Maybe. Alright, that's 6 out of 6 for that one, and that just leaves a handful of spare parts. We have 11 out of 15.
Warning! Warning! Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Warning! Warning! Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Warning! Warning!
If we can find one more, it'd be great to get these turned in, and then we can head right over to the stone. Looks like people will be in the zone with us pretty soon here. Let's try to grab this one really quick. Nice, nice. Oh, they have automatic weapons. Perfect. Alright, let's go get this turned in, and then we will fly on over. I think it will be about time for that. Yeah, they're getting closer. I don't know if they had to run, or if they had flight points into Dragonblight, or what exactly. I feel like they probably had to run. Which is unfortunate. It'd be nice if you, when you're putting a group together, you get at least 2 people in each zone. So that, you know, whether you're doing Nexus or Utgard, you can kind of just summon... Oh, he's over there. We gotta get ourselves there right now. We gotta go. I didn't notice that, Oh, did we lose somebody and then gain somebody else? Is that what happened?
Hey,
My screwdriver, you found it. I've been wondering where that thing got lost to. You find it inside one of the robots, you say? That gives me an idea. The ultrasonic screwdriver is the ultimate tool. It can do anything. Head back to the pools, dismantle a number of
Very well,
Mechazod
then.
robots. We are getting attacked here by somebody, and I would love the guards to kind of like step up here and do something useful, but that didn't happen.
Pleased to meet you.
We'll take pauldrons. Okay, I think we're ready for the penultimate. You know what? Let's save
You have a
these.
great
Let's
day
turn
now.
them in, but
Hi,
let's
how are
not
you?
read the next ones until I'm not in a rush. Yeah, we'll read the next ones when we're actually ready to do that. Let's get on a flight here.
Interesting. Be seeing you.
Yeah, I think we booted somebody or somebody left. We replaced them with someone who was already at the stone. Yeah, I don't think I missed someone like passing us and getting there. So, yeah, I mean, we'll get there as soon as we can. I think it would be pointless for us to go stand there when everyone else was across the entire continent, so. So we need to keep track of some of our quests here. Archmage Bernard wants you to use the interdimensional refabricator near the rift in the Nexus. I don't know what the rift is. I'm assuming we'll know it when we see it. We need Karastraza laid to rest. The frickin' quest text, like, ruins the story. So if you didn't know that you were about to kill her, the literal objective ruins the plot for you. The literal objective of the quest is a spoiler. WTF, Blizzard. Laid her, because we were like, go do whatever it takes to save her. Or to help her avoid the fate of being Malagos' slave. And it turns out the only way to do that in WoW is to kill a person. But yeah, the literal objective ruins the story. Good times. Okay, enough of that. Let's see, we probably have a tank here. Let's go ahead and we'll do kings, right? And that way they can battle shot themselves. You are Resto, so you get wisdom. You are healer. You can have kings. I don't really know what hunters want. If you're a hunter, let me know what buff you want, 'cause I have no idea. And it's shaman. You can probably just have wisdom. Oh, you probably want strength actually, because you're enhancement. At least you're dual wielding. I'm assuming you're enhancement. Well, welcome to life as a sheep. I feel like we're going to be getting sheeped a lot in here. I don't know, maybe they sheep like the second person on the aggro meter. That would explain why we often get sheeped, because yeah, it seems like we're going to get sheeped in here a lot. It's going to be a little bit annoying, but not really a lot we can do about it.
You know what they say about curiosity. There's plenty of me to go around. Now to finish the job. Damn the luck.
Hey, the good news is we didn't get killed this time. The other good news is some more plate with intellect dropped. I love plate with intellect on it because it just means that we get it. Yeah, it just means we get it. That's all it means. I think I want to keep my strength stuff on, but crit rating and spell power? I'm just going to try to rock a spell power set, see how that goes. If we get stuff like that, we're going to wear it for now. It's probably not itemized like the best way, but it's fine. As a ret paladin, we're definitely not slouching on DPS. I mean, we have, like, okay gear. I don't feel like... I mean, we just replaced the Bracers of Valor a little bit ago. Our gear is okay. Apparently the ret pally is just pretty strong. And we got some male boots with 41 agility, 25 stam, and 23 int with haste and attack power. Pretty good for a shaman, I would say. Pretty good. Thankfully, we do have a shaman in the group this time around to benefit from all that shaman gear. We do have the quest now for the arcane splinters off of these guys, so we need to be making sure that we loot them. Not that we shouldn't always be looting everything, we should, but we especially have to make sure that we're looting these guys. Yeah, there we go, we got 2 out of 5 so far. I think that if we take all of them out, we can complete the quest in one run. That would be nice. If we skip one, then I don't know. If we skip one, we come back and we solo it, I guess. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna need that last one to complete the quest. You'd think they would put like 6 or 7 in here just to make it super easy. Yeah, we're gonna wait till the tank gets a hold of all this. Oh, he pulled the boss too, so... let's just stay hugged in on the boss to make sure we don't get hit by that. Let's pop our wings here. Zoom out a little bit so we can see what's happening, maybe. Yeah, stacking right on top of him avoids that mechanic entirely. So that's a good tactic. And there we go. We got the fist weapon for what I think is the second time. Pretty sure he dropped the fist weapon last time too. This time, the shaman can actually use it. Look at that. Shaman gear drops, and there's a shaman in the group. Imagine that. Imagine it. Alright, that is the last splinter that we need, so we did get that one done. We need to pay attention to the interdimensional rift. I feel like we already missed this one, right? Was this back where the void guy was? Yeah, I think we already messed that one up. Not a big surprise, yeah. We'll probably be in here at least one more time at some point now. But yeah, maybe we could run back and get it, I'm not sure. But I think we'll be doing it again. We're going to do Nexus at least one more time, I would think. So, yeah, but I think it must have been where we fought the anomaly.
Preserve? Why? There's no truth in it. No, no, no. Only in the taking. I see that now. Stay. Enjoy your final moments.
We have to jump here because there's a debuff that starts stacking up on us, and if we let it stack all the way, then we will be locked in some shackles and take some extra damage. So yeah, we have to keep jumping. Normally I don't just jump my character around for no reason. In this case, I'm going to be jumping because I don't want to mess up the mechanic.
Finish it! Finish it! Kill me or I swear by the Dragon Queen you'll never see daylight again! Dragon Queen, Life Binder, preserve me.
Yeah, where was Alexstrasza? Why can't we get a res on Karastraza? Totally not cool. Not a good way to go out as a character. You never rescue anybody in WoW. You just go put them down, put them out of their misery. Make sure they don't commit any other atrocities that they don't want to commit. Yeah, we're going to run back here to the rift and see if we can use our item here. As long as somebody stays in the group, we should have enough time to get there. I'm thinking we check out the boss platform. I'm hoping this actually works. Okay, this is not it. I'm really curious, like, where is this dimensional rift? It says it's back that way. Yeah, very, very strange. Maybe we're not gonna get this one done right now. Yeah, because I literally have no idea. I have no idea. And we're not going to make it out of here without aggroing a bunch of guys. So, let's just hearth out. Maybe we'll figure this out next time. Maybe we'll be in a group that needs it. Somebody needs it, and so we'll get it when somebody else gets it. Because I really don't know what else that could be about. I thought it would be an item that we use near where the boss was at, but that is not going to be the case. Let's see. Let's go ahead and empty out our inventory.
What can I do for you?
See if we're just inching closer to our goal of 1,000 gold here. Eventually we'll have to get it. Some defense rating gloves in the meantime. Okay, yeah, that's all we can do. We're at 750.
See you later.
And I think our next move is to jump on a flight back out to the airstrip. That is what we're going to do next. While we're in flight, I am going to take a little bit of a break and get some more coffee, get something to snack on, and then we will be right back at it. Thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate the support on the series. If you're digging it, subscribing to the channel would help me out a lot, and leaving a like would help out as well, and I would greatly appreciate it. Take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other, and we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.